Orson Scott Card Ruins. This is a long book and the third in the series of the Pathfinder series. So, the goal or the summary is just time travel off the rails. And in the first book, we discover the abilities of the group. The second, they travel to another section of their world. They're on the planet Garden. So this is the first ever human colony. And it's divided into 19 separate areas. Wall folds. There's this sonic barrier that's preventing each area from communicating with each other. And so it is passable, but extreme anxiety and depression happens while passing through the wall on foot. There's these robots called expendables in each section, and they are there to inhibit flight development to go over the walls. So you have a human colony that's divided into 19 sections, each with their separate evolutions. So we get to see different styles and different tracks, right? One wall fold has super high technology. One has, a different way of judging people. One, they live underwater. There's different interactions with both the environment and each other. So interesting concept, but again, there's a small group of people who have time travel abilities, and this is their story. So in the first one, they discovered themselves. The second one, they passed through to the next wall fold, discovered that their planet gets destroyed in the future. And so this is the story of the third one, their attempt to prevent or inhibit the visitors from coming and destroying their planet. So lots of philosophy. This is big on questions on what, motivation. What would you do if somebody was trying to kill you? Would you go back and then kill them? That kind of thing, eye for an eye stuff. So Rigg is the main character, and his goal is to visit all the wall folds before the visitors from Earth show up, and then the destroyers come 3 years later. So I don't want to give anything away, but I really liked the fact that Rigg not only visits all the wall folds, but he does it with Ram Odin. So that was really neat. Another section that I really liked was how it's just they interact with each other. How do you describe to somebody a native ability that it just happens? You don't know how it works yourself, and you're trying to explain it to somebody else. So I really like that, their interactions with each other, trying to describe their abilities to each other. That was really, really cool, I thought. Yeah, just lots of fun. This is a bigger book, so if you didn't like the first one or even the second one, this is not for you, but I had to see how the trilogy ends. This was a lot of fun. I'm a big Orson Scott Card fan. So, yeah, absolutely worth your time. Lots of philosophy, lots of time travel. And like I said, it's off the rails. They just go full into it. There were points where it was okay, I'm still trying to comprehend what that sentence even meant. But, they travel back and send a warning, and that doesn't leave a copy of themselves. But if they travel back and interact with themselves, that leaves a copy. So it's now there's two Riggs. So, all the possibilities of that are endless, and then they just completely take it to the max. So great story. Lots of fun, and it's interesting too because it's a human colony, and the main theory is that the humans show up, they visit Garden to check on it, and then they say, "Hey, guess what? 3 years later, this isn't working. Let's just wipe them out." So the primary theory is that humans are the destroyers. So interesting take there, and we'll see how that turns out. But I liked the way it wrapped up. It is a trilogy, so this is the third book. I liked the first one the best. If you read the first one and stop, that is totally cool. Pathfinder. I think it has a good ending. I think it is a good spot. The trilogy also wraps up pretty nicely, but you can save yourself a lot of time travel headaches if you just read the first one, and not the second and the third. So yeah, Orson Scott Card is an awesome author. There's the sense of community, there's the sense of group, what it means to be human, what it means to be an alien. Are they aliens? They live on another planet. They are, have abilities that one could consider not human. And some of them don't even look like humans because of the face masks. So yeah, absolutely a lot of things. There's some things I didn't like. It was a long one. There was points where it was like, okay, this is kind of dragging a little bit, but overall good stuff. Another thing I didn't like was there were some sections I just kind of had to go with it. Like I couldn't, follow through on the time travel. I don't want to call it logic, but time stream. And so I was just like, okay, I'm just going to keep reading here. So a couple of those points, but overall, good book, lots of fun. Yeah, Orson Scott Card and time travel. If you like those two things, this book is for you. So as always, remember to buy your books used or digital.